Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about a game you knew I was going to talk about, right? Anastyr. Published by, Mythic Games and created by Philip Ville. So, you knew I was going to cover this game because this is my kind of game. But before I do that, let's talk about something that's on my mind, and I'll just want to share it with you. One of the problems I have with Anastyr, before we even started, is that I have four games by Mythic Games already awaiting fulfillment. 4. So they are Darkest Dungeon, they are Hell, they are Monster Apocalypse, because I love big monsters, that just looks so fun, and 6 Siege. 4. So how do you put up a 5th and ask me to give you more money when you haven't delivered 4? I mean, that seems like you're getting out of hand, right? So I'll tell you what I did. Sam Healy of Mythic Games, remember he used to be with the Dice Tower? He does a video once a week on YouTube and goes over everything. It's a really nice video. I'm glad that they do that. Well, I stopped on that channel, that YouTube channel, and I typed in a big long discussion, and he responded to me. So let's go over it. I just think it might be useful to you. Let's see. Okay, here's the newscast. You know what? I'm going to make myself a little smaller. So there's Jason. This is my, I'm on my Game Warrior account, but this is my personal account. 8 days ago. I'm concerned with Mythic Games. I love the company. I love the people running it, but I have 4 games outstanding. I'm wondering if you can't be transparent and address this issue. I'm not attacking you. I'm not being mean. I'm bringing something up that I think if you were in my shoes, you would be concerned. And then this game is delivered, Anastyr, July 2023. And when have they been on time with anything, right? And one thing about Sam's reply, which we'll go over right here. Sam's a good dude, and he just comes straight out and gives a good reply. He's like, we like to give it about a year. I mean, clearly, they don't take that date seriously. Like, you can tell, and I'll read the part. Like, he's like, yeah, it's around a year, or we'll give ourselves a little buffer. Like, it's not in their mind to be really super serious about it. And, you know, my statement to them right here from heart to heart out into the big world is get really serious about it. This can only hurt Mythic Games to have 4 games undelivered. It can only hurt them. So start putting dates that you mean with huge buffers. And July 2023, Anastyr delivers, and everyone's just like, wow. Like, get it together. Take it seriously is what I'm saying. And you can feel the intensity. This whole Kickstarter thing, we're on this golden age of board games. It will crumble if you really don't take delivering seriously. You're part of that. You're responsible for it. You're part of the industry. Start taking it super seriously. Now, he does, and I'm giving him a lot of credit here. He says, Sam here, and you can go read this. It's from the Mythic Games Newscast, episode 99, April 19th. So you can go find that on their Mythic Games YouTube channel. He says, with the amount of money I've spent, I understand your concern, but he says, let me ease your fears. Darkest Dungeon and 6 Siege are currently at the factory, mass production. So that's pretty cool, right? Those are being printed. They say the first wave of Darkest Dungeon boats will leave in June. That's nice. 6 Siege is shortly scheduled after. Hell is at the end of this year, and Monster Apocalypse, he's a little bit more fuzzy on. That'll be next year. He says, in the past, we've been prone to figure a 1 year out estimate. Prone to figure. Prone, like you know, prone. No, why don't you get really tight on this? It will only increase your profits. Money will pour into your coffers, Sam, if you get tight on this. Trust me, from 53 years of business, it will benefit your company. It's not something to just take lightly that people have given you money and then you're late in delivering. Okay? And I'm being intense and he's being intense back, and I appreciate that. That commitment will not change. Okay, he says, we always endeavor to get our customers' products to them as soon as possible. And I'm sure they are. And they work really hard. But they're not being clear up front about how long it's going to take. They're just not. They're doing this prone to figure it's a year. That's not going to cut it. Get tighter. Get really tight. Be the remarkable company. I mean, right now, you guys are right up there with like Simon and maybe Awaken Realms. Just jump ahead of them all. Be the #1 company. Rule the roost. Be a kingdom. Be the empire, or a good empire. Put your stuff out on time. Whenever I say empire like that, it makes me think of Star Wars Empire. So that's a bad one. Be a good empire. Okay? We aren't a fly-by-night operation. We're in this for the long haul, and we aren't going anywhere. That's why I feel comfortable telling you that you have nothing to be concerned about. We deliver the products that we run, period. So thank you for that response, and actually deliver some of these things on time. That's my statement, brother. Appreciate you, Sam. Appreciate your response. Appreciate Mythic Games very much. Looking forward to this game. Now, let's talk about Anastyr, right? You didn't come to hear all that, did you? Or maybe you did. Maybe you're interested. Okay. So Anastyr is a 1 to 4 player cooperative boss battler fighter. It's a fighting game. It is all about combat. I've read the rules. You can go see them. They're down here below. It's all about combat. It's really about creating fun combat with combos. It's about going boom, 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 boom. I won. That's the feeling they want. Let me do that again for you. It's boom, 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 boom. I won. Like, that's what they want. They want you to just go, holy crap, that was awesome. Right? And it looks like, just from the surface, that is something I'm totally interested in. Now, they do it in a certain specific new kind of way. They've got this, it's like a side-scrolling tile. Remember the side-scrolling games where you just went along the side? So you got one map, another map, and then when you fix the other one, you scroll it over and put a new one. So you're traveling through a series of maps till you get to the end map, fight the big boss, and you complete the adventure scenario. So that's it. You are miniatures on maps, crossing, in combat, new set of foes, wipe them out, move, new set of foes, wipe them out, get to the boss, kill them. It's a skirmish game. It's a fighting, beat 'em up game. So if that's not for you, chuck it out the window. Don't even care. Except there is another thing that you might be interested in, which is the miniatures. So we'll talk about that. Let's talk about what they want to charge you for this right now. Okay? So the main game, it's $130. Wow, that's expensive. When did games, remember, I remember buying Gloomhaven, and I got it on sale for $90 on Amazon, and my wife was, what the F have you done, son? What have you done? Huh? $90 for a game. And boy, that was a couple years ago. So the prices have gone up. $130 for your base game. $160 for the second level. One's called the Companion, one's called the Dragon. Those are the only two pledges at the moment. And one is just the base game, and the other has an expansion in it, which is this big dragon. Okay? Now, if you get it in the Dragon, that Solus, if I'm pronouncing it right, expansion, if you get it with that, is $30. So it's obviously $130 to $160. That's $30. So if you want to buy it separate as an add-on, it's $40. Okay. So there's that. And then right now there's currently 3 expansions, all of which look awesome, by the way, and they're $55 each. So, whoa, right? We're over 200 right now, right? And maybe there'll be an all-in that'll lower it, and maybe there'll be more expansions before it's done, and maybe there'll be some shiny metal coins. You know how it is. Okay, so are you interested in Battlers? Let's tell one other piece of information that you should know about it. It has 2 modes. One is single scenario mode. So you just go, friends, get 3 friends together, sit down, boss battle, 90 minutes, it says. When has a game ever been 90 minutes? It's probably 2 hours, right? 2 hours, have fun, go home, great time. Now, there's a story within it. It's a campaign mode. Now, the rule book has nothing about it, and I've heard very little about the campaign mode. So if anyone knows about it, has heard it from side channels everywhere, let me know. But here's the thing. That's cool to me. Like, I like it because it's not going to be, what did we just looked up? I think I just looked up Edgeguard, right? I just did a video on Edgeguard, right? And then I think we did another one on Distant Skies from Sleeping Dogs. These vast, vast worlds, right? Vast worlds of storytelling and richness, right? And pages and pages and pages of just text. Someone's writing a beautiful story and they're giving it to you in the game, right? Anastyr doesn't seem like that. There's a story, but it's like, okay, you made it to the next port. This bad guy comes at you. You got to kill her or him. Go. Then you get to this place. This now happened here. You got to go. Now, I don't know. They may have some huge campaign book where someone writes a novel. It just doesn't feel like it. Right now, that makes me very happy. I don't want any novels in my games right now. Yes, I've been talking about this with some of you online. I'm looking for the perfect campaign game. I'm looking for it. So far, haven't found it. You know, something to replicate those old, massive, awesome Dungeons and Dragons campaigns I played as a kid, right? That's kind of the feel I'm trying to look for. Bard Song, I've been talking about that. I have that over there. It's good, but it's not quite scratching the perfect itch, right? The Dungeon Delve campaign game that we're all looking for. This isn't it, but it is it, maybe. Maybe this is it. Pure combat, go, combos, 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 and then the story goes on. So one thing, does anyone know this? I know I'm supposed to be the one telling you this, but this is where I've done my research, and I can't find the answer because they don't have the campaign mode in the book. My question is, do you level up? Does your character get stronger and stronger as you go? Now, there is a rule in the rule book I saw that if your character dies, if you get wasted, right, you can die and then spawn a different one from that hasn't come in yet into the game and keep going. So I don't know how connected to the actual characters you're going to be. And I don't know if they're going to campaign grow and stay. So we got some information to come on the campaign. Just on the actual scenario-driven games, thing looks awesome. Okay, so here's some things. These guys just know how to make good-looking miniatures, right? They just know how to look good-looking miniatures. I was talking with someone who's talking about the Edgeguard game that is a big shared world thing, and they've got some pretty cool miniatures there, right? Well, they're just not as cool as this. And I hate to say that because I don't want to put down those guys. Someone's sculpting those. Someone's putting a lot of work into it. But boy, these mythical people, right? I mean, just the miniatures are awesome. Look at these are the characters. These are the heroes. And each hero comes in two forms, right? So they really dived into this. Each one has a mount that they can get on. So there's these mounts, and there's a little magnetic piece in each one. So you can just stick them right on the mount. That's a pretty cool idea. Look at this Karak guy. I mean, check him out. Look at this lady, Undral, right? She's got this big raven or something on there, right? And then this guy, look at that in that pose. Now, they talk about the plastics that they use, and they have different types of plastics. A different type of plastic here for these strong, straight blades, so they don't curve and get bendy, and then a different PVC that holds the whole thing together. I'm concerned that that doesn't fall off. I had a Bard Sung miniature. There's a guy, he's in the expansion pack, and he's got this little tiny head on this huge bot, and the head came off. So I have to, plastic glue that on. This is a cool lady. Look at this. She's the shaman lady. Now, there's 6 heroes to play. There's 4 people, so that means you can die twice, and 2 extras can come in. Now, if you look at all of the Kickstarter stuff that's coming, which is the Kickstarter exclusive. So if you don't know anything about Kickstarter, if this is your first thing, you give them money, and then they say, we'll give you the game in a year or 2. And I've just talked at the beginning of this video about delivering on time. Usually, they'll give you exclusives. There's good deals to be had that only you get for giving them the money early, right? And later, if this goes to retail, the price goes up, usually, and you don't get all the extras. So here's the hero boards. These are the big tile boards I was talking about that you lay on the ground. There's going to be tons of cards. What game does not come with tons and tons of cards, right? Tokens. It's just the way things are these days. Cards and tokens, cards and tokens. I've been thinking and talking to people about, boy, how do we get less cards and tokens? I do believe there's an app that goes with this as well. Here's these cool miniatures. There's wild beasts. These are the ones that they're going to ride, right? And here's the heroes in there. If you can see this on the map, come look at with me here. This is the version of your hero in a mounted pose. And here are some of the mounted poses. Here's the monsters. The monsters just look amazing. These are the minions. These are specialists. Look at that. Oh, these things are gorgeous. These are mini bosses, and these are big bosses. I mean, I'm sorry. Look at this big boss. This is Anastyr herself up on this huge throne with this dragon. I mean, I'm in. This looks great. And looking at the rule book and looking at the system, it's really, the rules are all about making that combat sing. And so I think they've done a really good job. It really looks like it's going to sing. There's price problems. There's delays if it gets late. But come here, down, read the rule book. I think you're going to like it, except for they don't have the campaign mode. They have the how to play stuff, and this lady's fun. They have some miniatures that have been painted. And there's a lot of playthroughs. Sam Healy does some playthroughs too. So I've got a really good sense of how this is going to work. And it really looks like my kind of game. It really does. So here already they're telling you that the MSRP is $145, so you're saving $15. That price will probably go up when it hits their game's web page later. Look at all this. This is the avatar you get for free if you kickstart. So there's a little bonus doing this. Great, great set of miniatures. Here's that little expansion, that soulless expansion that you get for, instead of paying $40 for it, you're going to pay $30 if you do it this way. And this, look at this guy. This is the expansion. It's one miniature, one huge-ass miniature that you can put your character on and ride. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now here, look at all these stretch goals. The first stretch goal, campaign book and 72 hero cards. I'm not happy with that, and I hate stretch goals that they planned on doing anyways. So it makes you look, they're like, you got something. No, you didn't. You were going to put it in there anyways. Not pleased with that. But here's some more miniatures. Here's some more horses. There's another warrior brother, an all slaughterer, a high father. Here's some additional hayati, which looks like hyenas of a sort, right? Here's a new character, right? And she's exclusive. Arnwall, okay? She's only going to be obtained here. So there's a new character to play. Some additional wyvern. Some huge rocks. Okay. You know, alt queen shields, different types, alternate sculptures, Sky Warden, Bone Marsh game manual, not sure what that even is, alt stone warriors, and then there's some others coming, right? So right now they're at $500,000. I'd be surprised if this doesn't get to $1 million. I mean, it's only got 8 games left, but I'm not sure. I mean, there's so many good campaigns out, and money is so thin, and prices are going up. I get it. Maybe it's gotten thin, but this game just looks gorgeous. I think it's going to be fun. I think it would be up there if they were delivering on time. I know I keep harping on it, but I gut feeling. I know that this campaign would be doing better if they didn't have those 4. They actually have 5 outstanding with Rise of the Necromancers. So 5. They might even have more, actually, because I think there's some others out there that they do something called Enchanter. Anyways, here's the add-ons. There's the Queen's Vow expansion, which, you know, I'm like, okay, I don't need these. This looks awesome. These miniatures look amazing. Extra characters. Look at this little Venator Rex, little, almost like those guys from Jurassic Park, the Raptors. Look at that character. This is gorgeous. I mean, you almost want to, I almost think you could just invest on this for the miniatures alone. And I'm just really pleased. Look at this thing. Okay, you guys are just outdoing, and they're bigger. They're 35 millimeters and even bigger. They're just gorgeous. Some more map tiles, some stones. This thing looks great. Here's the Fog of Revolt expansion. And, you know, that's $55, but look what you're getting for $55. Look at that full setup of miniatures. Goats. My wife's going to flip out. She loves goats, right? And there's someone riding a goat. I mean, and then just great stuff. I mean, I'm positive, you know, I'm gushing. All Mother Secrets. So far, there's 3 expansions. Okay, I've been chatting with you for 18 minutes. What do you think? Well, I really want to know. I want your explanations for what you think is good or bad. I mean, this game might not be for you, and you know that, right? Then you don't have to comment. But if you're like on the fence, man, I'm going to do it. Here's the thing I'm thinking. Let me wrap this up. I'm thinking of pledging without the reward to get access to the pledge manager, and then just watch it and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until they're about to close the pledge manager, right? So I might get this one, the 130. I might invest 130 and then come in right when they're and so that they have my money as least amount as possible, the least amount of time as possible, because I just don't know that this is going to be here in a month, a year and 3 months. I just don't know. Now it'll be interesting. By the end of the year, by this time next year, I could say I have all 4 of those in my hands, and I could be going, wow, they got it together. And this could be here, it could be the 5th. We could be going, wow, these guys are on top of it. So Darkest Dungeons being printed. I think they said what? Hell was being printed. Monster Apocalypse and Siege are still, you know, they look okay. We'll see. We'll see. This looks gorgeous though, and you know, based in a lot in the fact that I trust Sam Healy, long history with the Dice Tower. I know he's not the one running the company, but he's got an inside track. So I'm going to give this a go. I'm going for it. I'm going to either do the $10 and wait, or I'm going to go $130 to save $10 and get that avatar for free, which is going to be $15 later on. And so probably going to go that right there. That's probably what I'm going to do. So anyways, we'd love to hear your thoughts about the minis. They talk about it. They're just gorgeous. I'm so happy about this thing. It's right up my alley. It's the kind of thing I do. And the fact that there's going to be this campaign story in the boss battler, meaning that the campaign story is a little lighter, that sounds fun to me. I'd like to see how it works. I'd like to see if characters level up. And if anyone knows, let me know. Okay, everybody, thank you for watching. And until next time, this has been Jason from the Game Warrior.